Wind here. So in today's video, I am going to do a video on how to build SLA percentage on a table or custom table for any table that you like. For today, I'm going to show an instance, and this is actually a request from one of my subscribers and viewers. So shout out to Simon or Simon. Sorry for pronouncing that wrong if I have done, but thank you for the idea. That's actually a great concept, so I wanted to showcase it. So essentially you can see here we have the business alert percentage calculation, and if it's over 100% it shows red, if it's in progress it shows green. So I want to show how you could actually rebuild something on a separate table. So I'll showcase how the design looks in the instant table, and then we'll go into nitty-gritty of it all. So first, you can see here, this is my instant table. Now, the instant completion is a very is a custom field, and from this custom field, we basically derived a few things. We defined what's 50%, 100%, 200%, and define the colors. So I'll showcase how we built that. So the first things first is you want to create the field instant completion. So I'm going to go to the field itself. So this is a new field, and you essentially want the type to be percent complete. So select that, name whatever you want it to be, and then there's a key thing here for the colors, and then the calculations are done by a business rule, but you could also then use that business rule to call a script include, and so on and so forth. And I'll explain how that works and how ServiceNow has done that out of the box. But so this is the key thing for the colors. So essentially, the attribute section here, you would need to add attributes into the form layout. So I'll just create a section just to make it look neat. But essentially, you want to go to the form layout and add the attributes. So just to showcase what that would look like, just in case, if we go to the form layout, and then attribute section here, and then attributes. So that's one way of doing it. The other way that I like is the form designer, just a little bit nicer UI. So if I just go to form design, okay, and then over here, if you just create your attribute section by clicking that plus button on any of them, and then you could rename this to attributes, and then just drag in attributes from the field to the right. Because it's already there, it's not going to show twice. But I hope that helps. So I'm just going to go back to where I was. Okay, so yeah, this attribute here, you want to essentially use target threshold colors, target underscore threshold underscore colors, and then you would essentially put your value, what color it would be based on that value, semicolon, and then same thing, value, colon, color, semicolon, so forth. And then at the end, just make sure it ends. So just simple syntax. So now we got the colors, we got the field. Now we want the calculations. So essentially, you would need to create a business rule, and then that business rule basically will fire off when insert or update. Now you could do query and it would just update every time, but I would essentially say, depending on what your scenario is, insert and update might be the best thing, because and I'll explain it with this particular build that I've done. So in advance, essentially, if the current is state 1, which is essentially new, then it's 0, nothing's been done. But then if it's in progress, I've put 50 as an example. If it's 7, which is essentially closed, it's 100. And if it's cancelled, it's essentially 200. So as a result, now you can see that these values would, as a result, show that percentage, and then that percentage based on the attributes would show that color. So if we go back to that insert column, you can see here 50 is orange, 100 is green. So let me just show how this works. So because it's on update as well, if I just select this record that's already closed, essentially it will be 100. And if I just do an update quickly and click update, let me just go back to my list view. Okay, so that's taking me out. So essentially we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 records with colors, so we should see a sixth one pop up, and you can see here a sixth one has popped up with that green. So hopefully that build helps in terms of your request serving. Now let's go into a little bit about the SLA build. So very similar build here with the task SLA, but essentially there are a few things I do want to mention, because especially if you want to do a little bit more elaborate coding around this, this is the one script include I would propose looking at. Essentially this line around 460, which defines a percentage, but as you can see there's a lot more checks and verification, validation within the script include. So if you do want to add a little bit more detail to your percentage, this might be one thing to look at on how ServiceNow has essentially added more validation and complexity to the field itself. So I hope that's helped, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.